Okay, okie dokie, smoky. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. I'm not gonna work on that tire until tomorrow. Good morning. So we're back at the farm this morning, and I think I'm going to work on the red Volvo. It has a COAX issue. The main COAX got broken or rubbed through or something. We need to replace it, and I believe I need to check a tire because I think I've got one that's leaking. So I'm gonna disconnect that trailer and we'll get that truck in the shop. Sounds like we got power. Wow, full batteries, that's nice. A little bit to get out from under there easier. Put the air back in my suspension. Alright, we're good to go. Why does it have me in fourth gear? Gotta love automatics. You can't override it, you can put it in manual and then up and down shift there. Anyway, like I said before, not a fan of automatic trucks, but whatever. All right, so first item on this truck is that the coax for that CB antenna got, well, it's right there. It's cut. It's no good. But in order to get there, I gotta take that panel off. So that all comes off. To get underneath there, I have no idea how to get up in there because I've got to get clear to the base of that antenna to hook the new coax. So I'll just do one thing at a time here and see how it goes. And then I'm pretty sure I've got a low tire on here because last time I ran it, I had to fill it up. So I'll do the official tire test. Those sound the same, sound pretty good. Notice how that one got like a higher pitch, a little bit springier. Let's see, just for giggles, we'll see what it's got in it. It's only got like 64, so it's got a slow leak in it. Not sure if we'll be able to find it. Usually if there's a leak, I prefer it to be a little bit quicker. They're easier to find. Usually has a big nail or something sticking in it, but anyway, we'll address that while it's in here. All right, so I've got the mirrors out. This is turning into a way bigger project than what I had hoped for. There's a broken coax there. Of course, I can't get it disconnected here, so that whole piece is going to have to come out. I do have CB antenna kit at home. I used to, when I drove truck back in the day, you'd sit in corn line long enough that I could work on people's CBs and antennas while I'm sitting in a 4-hour grain line, unfortunately. So I've got a kit at home. I can bring all my stuff out after lunch, and I should have a new post that goes through there, and we've got the new coax in there on the dash. So anyway, this is just one of those jobs where you think it's a hour job maybe, and it's going to turn into a half-day project. All right, so I got to get more parts for that project. So I've got parts at home. So I brought the hose over here. I filled this tire up to 100 pounds. Ran some water over it. Looks like that's our slow leak right there. So we found that, so that's good. So that'll be on the agenda to pull that tire off and pull it apart and fix it. Okay. We tied our coax together. I ran this black one through, and then it ended up being too short. So Kimberly suggested that we tie the two together, and I just so happened to have a double-ended female that I could hook the two together and pull them through, but she's working with the knot. She's feeding it through up there while I'm pulling it through down here. I want the extra to be up there because I've got more room to keep it up there. So
how much more do you need?
A couple feet, I think. Let's try that.
Okay.
Let's just leave that.
Just leave it.
Rat's
right
nest laying there.
Okay.
Now I just got to get it ran up in here and out through there.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and unhook that.
Okay.
And put that in there. That way if this door goes closed,
okay,
it doesn't pinch that coax cable and ruin what we just did. So here's old broken coax. Here's old broken coax. That's no good anymore. So I think I'll just kind of run it up, and instead of trying to go through this, sorry, I gotta make sure I know where I'm pointing my camera. I'm supposed to go up and through this pipe and up in this way. Sorry, using my naughty finger to point. That's not very nice. I think I'll just run it along here since there's a shroud that covers it anyway, and then run it up into the mirror. And then I've got to replace the mount. Back in the day when I drove truck, you'd sit in corn lines so long that I actually used to work on guys' semis and antennas and stuff while we were sitting in line. So I've got parts, I've got power cords, there's that stud that we need, but I've got meters to tune antennas and all that stuff. So see, this was my kit. I had my little cutters there that I could cut the stingers on antennas to get them tuned properly. And anyway, good old memories, right? So, what do I need here? I need one of those to replace that up there. Fun stuff. See if this is the right one. You guys okay there? Don't wiggle around too much, you might fall.
So is it common that the antenna is on the mirror?
Yeah, they're usually on the mirror.
And that's just because it's easy to get wire out there?
A lot of times there'll be one on each mirror, so you'll have dual antennas. We're not looking to get 10-mile range out of it, you know, we're just looking to be able to talk to the probe shack or talk to another truck that's real close. A lot of time going down the road, I just shut the thing off because it's just obnoxious. All I gotta do is tighten that up. That's boring stuff. Back together just as easy. Open the door, would you please? I knew this was going to be a blast putting this back together. Can you just direct that light that direction, maybe? Okay, okey dokey, smoky.
I like it better when you sit on the top step instead of stand on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that connection up there can be tightened. So if you look here, there's that other cover is going to go on here. I brought this coax cable. We could not get it through here, so we came through down here somewhere. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. Up through here, up behind that plastic. But what I don't want is it rubbing, especially on that front sharp edge. So my fix for that is to put a chunk of hose on it. I'll just wrap it with hose. Fuel hose. Always. It's kind of hard to cut this stuff away from you.
It's a smart idea.
I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. I have way more than I need, but that's okay. So we just kind of put that coax cable inside of that rubber hose just to protect it. This is a little bit of redneckery going on right here, but let's get our antenna up here. I mean, come on. Breaker 19.
Wait till Pat comes out and sees that fancy.
Oh, Pat will be so impressed with me.
Yep.
I think Pat watches our videos.
I think he has.
Pat, are you watching right now? Do you see what I'm doing for your truck? Actually,
It's Brett's truck.
Pat's a big boy. He can drive a manual transmission. This here automatic's for Brett.
Yeah, that's true.
This is Brett's truck. So Brett, if you're watching, you're welcome. That's all I'm gonna say about that, Brett. You guys back?
Yep.
Where'd you go?
I had to get a new battery.
Oh, wow. You took them all with you?
I did.
All right, so we're just trying to button things up a little bit here. Make it all, we're pertifying it. Pertifying it. These are just trying to keep the wires in place.
Because trucks don't bounce down the road.
No, there's no vibration or anything that would
Yeah.
make things rub and wear through. Look at that.
That's prettified. Ooh.
Well, this little hair thingy mounts there.
Okay.
2 of these bolts broke because I think this, don't quote me, but I think this truck's a 2006 and the bolts had never been out. So I'm gonna make sure they're got a little lubricant on them before they go back together. So hopefully we don't have to do this again, but next time this needs done, we'll let Austin do it. Remember how in one of them other videos I told you guys to pay attention to bolts because there's going to be one oddball. Where did that come from? Oh. Hi, Austin.
Hello.
We're making a video so that in case this needs done again,
It'll be your job next time.
you'll get to go back through and watch the video.
What's wrong with it?
Replacing the coax that was broke.
Oh.
Remember we had a
Yeah.
antenna laying on the dash?
Yeah, I remember that.
Not anymore.
Sweet.
Just got done saying, I said, next time this happens, there is a next time, we'll let Austin put it back together. Let Austin can do it. And she said, well, he's got a video you can watch.
I'm really good at tearing it apart, just like putting it back together, part that usually gets me.
Yeah.
This little truck's starting to be real nice.
Yeah, she's got a battery switch in it.
And then we got to fix the tire. Got a slow leak.
That's a leaker. We get to fix another tire, Austin. Wow. I even impressed myself on this one.
Big rig. Pretty sweet looking.
Now what are you doing?
Well, that bolt twisted off. So I don't know if we can drill somewhere and attach these pieces so we can make it more solid. What do you got? Let's do.
You want pop rivets or something?
No, we'll get a bolt. So if we find like a 5/16 bolts back there, maybe an inch long. So here's like a rubber little, but these are here's a 5/16. These are old bin bolts. Let's see if that works. What do you think?
So I have a question. When you said there was a bucket of bin bolts, what are they from?
Grain bin. Building a grain bin. Your bolts come in buckets. Big buckets of bolts. I would have no idea, like that big bin out there, how many 1,000 bolts would be on it. I would have no clue, but I know that the bolts come in buckets.
So these were bins or bolts that were never used.
Yeah, they're just extras.
Gotcha.
Imagine if you built a grain bin and they sent you the exact number that you needed. You'd get to the end, and after you keep dropping them, you'd be like 200 short. I'm not going to work on that tire until tomorrow. We're getting stuff done. Check tire. Well, I checked it. There's a hole in it. Whoa, that's a big job there. Done. I might have to erase a lot of this and start over.